Okay, we're back for another live stream. Thought I'd go outside. Beautiful day, the sun is shining. We're finally getting some good weather after all the horrible weather we had over winter and beginning of spring. Today, I am going to be trying out the Port Road Pilsner clone. So this is a kit that Chris from Grain to Glass puts together, and Alan from Fab Beer Cater bought the kit off Chris. Didn't have a chance to brew it up because he's busy at the moment, so asked me if I'd brew it up. Hey Tim, I'm just going to crack into the Port Road Pilsner clone. So I was just saying, this is a kit that Alan Fab Beer Cater bought from Chris at Grain to Glass. So yeah, 2 weeks in the bottle. So I'll pour it up and then I'll quickly run over the ingredients for those people that aren't familiar with the Port Road clone. So it's a beer made by Panhead here in New Zealand. A little bit of a hiss, not too much actually. I'll try and get some head on it. It's fairly clear in the bottle. We'll leave the dregs in the bottom. Actually, it's actually not too bad at all. Got a few bubbles on the side. I'll see if I can bang those off. So there it is there. So that's the Port Road Pilsner clone. So the ingredients are, bulk of it is Gladfield's Pilsner malt, some Wayman's Carahel, and just a little bit of acid malt. The hops are Motueka, Nelson Sauvin and Rewalker, and Alan gave me a Mangrove Jack's M54 California lager yeast, which probably isn't really the ideal yeast for this beer, but he gave it to me, so we thought we'd run with that. But yeah, it is actually, don't know if it's shown up, but it is fairly clear. Got a few bubbles coming up, holding in quite a nice little ring of head on the top there. Oh, definitely picking up those hops. I've got a brew day video as well. I'll put a link to that, but in that I did mention, because I scaled the recipe down from 23 litre batch to my smaller system, I did leave out one of the hop additions. Still got all the same hops, but just removed one of them because I was going to end up with too much. But yeah, happy to say the hops are coming through nicely. Is it Carl that says you can pick up diesel from the Rewalker? Is it diesel or burnt rubber? Definitely getting something like that. But in a good way. That's a good thing to have from Rewalker. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, some nice sort of mixture of tropical fruit and citrus and pine. A little bit of sweetness. Yeah, it looks the part, so we'll actually go and taste it, make sure I haven't screwed it up on the brew day. For another mouthful. Cheers, Tim. He's got 4 viewers, so welcome to the other 3 as well. Oh, that's nice. Had pretty low expectations. Alan had the kit for a while, and like I say, he wasn't able to brew it. And then I took out the hop addition, scaled it down, obviously swapped out the yeast for that M54. But pleased to say it's come out very well. It's very drinkable. Tastes like a lager. Cheers, Mike. So it's the Port Road Pilsner clone. Definitely tastes, yeah, like a Pilsner. It's nice and refreshing, light, from all that Pilsner malt in there. Crisp as well, still even with that yeast. I'm not familiar with the California lager yeast. I don't know if you guys have used it before. Yep, sure is, Mike. But no, that's come out really well. It's just a hint of touch of sweetness, but not much. It's fairly dry. It finished at 1006, so it started at 1048, which was a little bit under, and then finished at 1006. So yeah, it's got a nice, actually dryish finish, which goes nicely in a Pilsner, I think. That's good. That's nice. Bitterness, I can't remember. I did write down some notes, but forgot to write down the bitterness. I think we were sort of targeting 30-ish, maybe 35 IBUs. And yeah, I don't think it's much more than that. Maybe, yeah. It's definitely got some bitterness, but yes, it's not too much. Very, very drinkable, so it's 5.5%, which is a nice sort of sweet spot for a beer to be enjoying outside in the sun. So yeah, I don't know what else I can tell you. If you guys have got any questions, so I've spoken about the malts and the yeast and the gravities. Yeah, it came out well. If you're watching Chris from Grain to Glass, which is where the kit came from, I'll put a link to Chris's channel, so you can find out where to get it from. And Chris has a breakdown of all the ingredients as well, so what goes into it. If I'd been a bit more prepared, I should have got the commercial version of this, maybe done a side by side. Probably not as much sort of tropical. I'm sure the original or the commercial has a bit more tropical fruit coming through. This one's a little bit of tropical fruit, but it's a bit more pine and citrus, I would say. And the big, yeah. So this had the so the flame out, it was Mochwaker, Nelson Salvin, and Rewalker, and then it was a Rewalker only dry hop. Actually, the Nelson, see if we can pick that up. Yeah, there is a sort of a grape-like quality to the nose and the flavour. Happy days. So I've bottled up the rest of this. I'm going to give Alan back probably half of it for giving me the kit to brew up, and I'll keep the other half. So that's me done, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll just sit outside here and enjoy the rest of it, and catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Over and out. Cheers, Mike, Tim, and the other viewers. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers, Tim.